Operation Cinder was brought up in the recent episode of The Mandalorian, and while I was not confused by what this was, it seems that a couple people were, and it's worth quickly going over what Operation Cinder is and why Mayfeld reacted the way he did during the episode by killing Valen Hess. So, Operation Cinder was part of Emperor Palpatine's contingency plan in the event of his death. The general idea was to obliterate the existing remnants of the Empire and to then reform it in the unknown regions where the worthy would travel to. Eventually, that would all become his Sith fleet. Palpatine didn't want the Empire or his enemies surviving his death. If he died, it all died. A quote from the Emperor goes as follows: "If an empire cannot protect its emperor, then that empire must be deemed a failure. It collapses not only because its central figure is gone, but because it must not be allowed to remain." That's pure insanity and pure evil. So if you played the Battlefront 2 campaign, you can actually see this operation occurring, with satellites orbiting a couple of planets, which form a climate disruption array, and this causes electrical storms and other extreme weather events that ravage the surface of these planets. Operation Cinder also lasted, I think, about 3 months, and the planets affected by this were Naboo, Vardos, Burnham, Candavant, Abnedo, Comenor, and Necronus. So even if you were a planet of Imperial sympathizers, you weren't free from this death and destruction. Everybody had to go. So now when we get to that scene in The Mandalorian with Valen Hess and Mayfeld, now we realize that yes, Mayfeld lost his entire group of comrades in Operation Cinder. Thousands of loyal troops that he served with gone in an instant at the orders of the man in front of him wanting to cheers to the Empire. That's a very difficult situation to be in, and it's very clear that after Operation Cinder obliterated Burnham, it must be that Mayfeld left the Empire or something, or whatever he did, he was just done with it. He couldn't rationalize the mindless killing anymore. And I think hearing that another Operation Cinder might be on the horizon brought whatever sort of PTSD feelings, trauma, whatever he's dealing with, because he talks about getting sleep at night like he's just a guy that can barely make it through his day now. You know, this definitely affected him. The fact that he hears that a new Operation Cinder could be on the horizon, or that what they're doing will make that look like nothing, of course he's gonna retaliate and just explode in anger and take out the man responsible for arguably his biggest loss in his life. So hopefully now it all makes sense why that exchange happened in the episode of The Mandalorian. And I have to say, I still think that that scene is the best directed scene of the entire series. I keep thinking about it. It's so well acted. I feel like Mayfeld was actually a real person instead of just Bill Burr in space. And hopefully, you know, overall we get more of a history of Mayfeld now that we know that he is literally linked to Operation Cinder. So that does it for this quick recap on just what Operation Cinder is. There's no need to go into a deep dive on it. I'm sure there are other videos out there, but just for those who are the casual viewers of The Mandalorian trying to understand what the hell was going on, there you have it. Mayfeld was part of a tragic Imperial event that destroyed a lot of people he cared about, and then he retaliated. So, as always, may the Force be with you, and AT-AT is signing off.